In our new episode of Conversations with the Universe, let's talk about Sister Sheila. Sister Sheila was born in Germany and worked as a nurse. During World War II, she particularly focused on rescuing war victims. She died in July or August 1943 during heavy air raids. Attacks. The exact date is unfortunately not recorded, and today we are dedicating ourselves to this energy. Finally, a female energy, that is, a soul in a female body, was incarnated in her last life, and I very much hope for some completely different impulses of perception. In the body back then, in the transition, and of course also now. So let's begin. Love Presence, who is referred to by humans as Sister Sheila. I hope I'm pronouncing this right.
You pronounced it totally right. You did a good job.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm excited too, Sylvia.
Sister Sheila, you have a very gentle and slow energy in a way. But I want to get to know you a little better today.
Gladly.
I want to know from you which life you want to bring us closer to. That is, share with us.
That is truly a beautiful idea. I choose life in France because after that I only experienced suffering in the war.
That is not worth mentioning. For all attentive listeners, she is not referencing her last life, but her second to last life, and would like to talk about it. So let's get started. Please tell us, how was your life in France?
As a child, I grew up very well protected. My parents' love was so great, and I always felt protected. But one day, I lost both parents to an illness that was unfortunately very sad. I didn't know what to do, so I went to the nearby monastery. I grew up there and was able to find the protection I had lost. At the same time, I learned a lot about the art of healing and was able to alleviate much suffering while working as a doctor. That was none knowledge I had. But I always loved people and was always eager to help.
Nice. So how did it continue?
Then I was sent to a colleague who wanted to impart more knowledge to me. There, I was able to delve even deeper into the sciences of the soul and use this knowledge to this day.
Welcome to the club. You didn't have any kids, did you?
No.
Were you married?
No. The love for God
was my love. Did you have any beautiful moments in your life back then?
There were quite a few. The healings we did were always very gratifying. That is the feeling I still know today.
And what made you sad in your life back then?
The people who didn't want to listen. That was a mystery to me. It was baffling to me that people ask questions but don't listen to get the answers. I had to learn to accept that because it is just human nature.
They died in the monastery, right?
Yes, that's me. But I wasn't alone. The many sisters were with me.
Would you like to tell me about your transition back then?
Gladly. I was in the room that was my bedroom and began to feel the detachment from my body as it grew colder and colder. That was kind of creepy in a way, because I liked the warmth so much. But I was sane, and at the same time, I felt colder and colder. Then I started to change my perception even further. I entered another state. I perceived the sisters around me, but in a different way. I saw their energies around me, but not their faces. Then I reached another level. I was there again, with others. It was bright there, and I really liked it. Then my energy started to move again, into an even higher level. I suddenly found myself in a world full of energy lights. Those were the light orbs I saw. Did you think that these orbs could be angels?
Maybe...
No, no, no. That's the crazy part. I have worshipped the angels all my life. And when I was finally with them, I did not recognize them.
Well, the white cakes aren't exactly the angels, but I can understand that confusion, and it's an easy mistake to make. But what happened next?
Then it moved to the next level. Sylvia. The level of the masters. There I was, in contact with many other beings, and we exchanged thoughts. To this day, this level is my place, as you would say. Even today is not quite accurate, but I think you understand.
Of course. So in a manner of speaking, you are on the 4th level, the level of mastery.
Yes.
And yet, you always come back to Abidjania to work here on this earth. How did that come about?
That's a funny story. On this level, I was the master and saw an energy from a being you call Dominatio flowed to the people. You have to imagine it like a pipe, a channel that I perceived, which originated from another level, but still acts through our level. See? I watched that carefully, and it intrigued me. Then I wanted to talk to him about it. But he was above me, and I couldn't reach there. So I didn't know what to do. Then Dominatio began to hear my call. And he came to me, and then he explained to me what exactly he's doing there. That was very interesting. And I wanted it too. Then he explained to me how I could do it, and I followed him. I am not really able to enter the medium's body, but I like being connected to the place and contributing that way. Oh, so you are involved in the operations by giving energy. That's right. Have you ever been... So has it ever been incorporated into the medium at any time? Did you at least try or something? It was an experiment. The energy he has is better suited for masculine strength. Even though we are not gendered, it is still better for you to differentiate the qualities. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not really about gender, but there are no other words in your world for it. Souls carry imprints from their past lives, and my imprint is feminine and soft. That makes my strength more feminine and soft now. It tries to. No, that causes it. That it's not so easy for me to penetrate it, as the thrusting power of male human strength is used to. This experience is more common among those entities who experienced their last life or other lives as men. I noted a little remark here. Sheila told me that, with a slight smile in her energy. So, you are genderless? Yes, of course. So how do you perceive your level now? Oh, the plain is vast and beautiful. The landscape is rich with flowers and peaceful surroundings. That makes it very pleasant here.
Interesting that you notice flowers, that you actually perceive such things. Very exciting. Maybe come back to Earth someday.
Oh no. Oh no. This suffering and pain, this restless nature of people, is too much for me. I only lived my last life because I genuinely wanted to help, but now I have found the right form for myself here.
That means back then, during the war, you incarnated only one more time to work as a healer
All right.
and helper. Is there something that makes you very happy in your work outside of a body?
Watching people truly heal. That is wonderful.
And what makes you really sad?
People, when they don't want to heal, I don't understand that. People are confused.
Do you perform many surgeries?
No, I like to assist with the energetic operations. I don't perform visual surgeries, but I am there to support.
Do you perceive all the light orbs on sight?
But yes, of course.
And have you now understood that these orbs can indeed be seen or referred to as angels by people?
I wasn't aware that these spheres were supposed to be angels, but now I know why it is so. That's how people communicate. In your world, the balls fly fast and are very soft and loving. That's the same power attributed to angels, right? Yes. Dear healer, if you like, you can pass on a message to me. Give, then I'll hold them here for all time, whenever people are here. Listen to this episode. Oh, I really enjoy that. Please tell them that we are always with them. The separation humans feel is not real separation. It's just a disturbed perception. We are all connected, even if you're in bodies that feel it less, but we are connected, and that's the truth.
Is there a favorite spot for you in Abidjan, in the Casa?
Yeah, the chapel. There are so many light orbs there, and I love the energy of that place. There are few people there, and it's quiet.
And how do you perceive Abadjani, the place Abadjani, energetically?
This place is magical.
One more question about the church, from your current perspective. As a servant of the church, how do you now see this institution and the energies it spreads?
I don't want to say anything about it. I feel uncomfortable. This church, as you live it, is not what I learned and lived. The power of the mighty in the church is the corruption of these messages of love.
Well, they are definitely also trying to clear that up.
They'll only
again.
manage it if they stop the power plays and no longer suppress feminine strength, in the sense of not equally important for their messages, Sylvia. But I don't want to say more about that.
May I ask you about other religions?
And it's similar there. They're always such grand forms. But power plays are the problem with all of them. Where people are manipulated by those in power, there the message of love is tainted and the intention is lost.
What would be the right form of religion? What would you change?
I would bring love as the only message to humanity. Love. The type doesn't matter. But whatever you do or say, it has to be loving.
Is there something you'd like to share with people before they leave?
No.
Then I have no more questions now, and thank you so much for your gentle nature and for this great information. Thanks for your presence and your impact, your joy and your smile. Subtitles by the Amarte
Thank you
Community.
too, Sylvia. See you soon, love.
Christmas time.